Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be looking at what message do you need right now. So I've got three piles here. The first pile is the intuition card and it's clarified by the Two of Cups with this ocean jasper. The second pile is the moon card clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, or in this case the Wheel of the Year, and it has the pyrite. And the third pile is the wind card clarified by the Hangman in reverse, and it has the tiger's eye. So just concentrate and see which pile draws you. You can use this card, these cards, or the crystals, either one or both. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything might make sense, but just take what applies to you and then just ignore the rest. Since it is general, it's kind of hard to like zero in on specific things. So we'll just pause the video, take your time, pick your pile, and I'll see you there. Hi group one, if you picked the intuition card, the Two of Cups, and the ocean jasper, this reading is for you about what message you need to hear. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this over here. This is going to be a little bit different too because I'm trying new things. So like always, we're going to get one of these cards to kind of clarify the whole thing, the overall energy. This is cool. The Hermit came out, but then I looked and the Emperor and the Empress were both on the bottom of the deck, and the Death card too. So I don't know. I think I'm going to take these two. Since we have the Two of Cups here, I'm going to take these two cards. Okay. Get one more. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off by reading this card. It says, intuition, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Well, with that intuition card, especially clarified by this Two of Cups, it seems like there's some kind of connection that is calling you to use your intuition in. And it could be any kind of connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be like romantic. It could be, or it could be like friends, family, business type of things. We'll get more into it. But I just feel like with this Emperor and this Empress that was on the bottom of the deck, for a lot of you guys, it might be romantic though. And then with the Hermit card clarifying the whole reading, more than likely you have already kind of went within to see what the best possible decision would be. You've already done some introspection on this, but it seems like, especially with this Mass card, you're kind of in like, I don't know what to do energy. You might kind of think that this is too good to be true too. Then there might also be kids involved. Now, if there's not kids involved, then this could just mean like a playful, energetic kind of energy, and loyalty too. So it kind of already looks like you've went inside yourself to see what it is you should do about this. But let's get some more information. Yeah, you are really thinking about future plans. There we go. Oh, wow. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. You're trying to find that good balance between like material, logical things and emotions. And that could be where your intuition is coming in. Oh, wow. Now we have the Queen of Swords. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting all queens because we have this Empress here and she is all the queens. So yeah, you're thinking about it through a material lens, an emotional lens, and a logical lens right now. You're kind of taking all the options and weighing them to see what would be best. Because you don't want to make decisions solely off of material, emotional, or logical. And it's basically telling you that you need to make decisions off of intuition. Okay, now we have the Ace of Wands. And passion. There needs to be some kind of passion in it too. Whatever decision it is that you're trying to figure out here, using your intuition, all of these things have to do with it. Okay, now let's clarify that Two of Cups. Let me reshuffle. There we go. Four of Wands. There's something that you really want. Maybe this is a relationship of any kind, really. Like I said, for the majority of you guys, I think it might be romantic, but it could be any kind, really. So there's something here that makes you feel like you will be fulfilled. Like you see the long term here. Hold on, let's clarify that Eight of Wands. And it's almost like you're trying to hold yourself back. It's like 1 minute you're trying to hold yourself back because you just want to come rushing in with that Eight of Wands. And then it's like, hold on, I have to take a step back here and try to figure things out. Because with this Lovers card, it really seems like you have like some kind of pull to this person. Like it's almost hard to stay away from this person. And here's with this whole thing about thinking this is too good to be true. You're like, is there something else going on here? And you're looking at the possibilities of what the situation is. Because you don't want to get hurt. And on one side, you don't want to get hurt, but you do really want to express your love to this person and have that emotional connection with them. And that could be why you might be trying to gather information and look at things more clearly. But this here is telling me that you already know what it is you should do, but you're not really trusting your intuition right now on what that may be. Because you're just back in that whole thing of worrying. And it's like your intuition is already telling you what to do, but you're stuck in this kind of back and forth of, I feel so strongly about this and I want to go rushing in. And then on the other hand, you're like, wait a minute, this is too good to be true. I'm going to end up getting hurt here. So you're going in between like extremes of really trusting and then not trusting at all. Let's see what this mask is about. And if you just took the mask off and went with how you feel, because see, we have the Victory card here. We have the Celebration card and the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. It's talking about like complete happiness. But you've got all of this hidden underneath this mask. Because you're doing that to kind of protect yourself, which I mean, I understand that. But you're not going to get to that until you move forward and express how you feel. It's like if you remove this mask, if you move forward and express how you feel, then these are the things that you could have. Happiness. And this is talking about an equal give and take. And that is what they're wanting to have. And, well, what you and I feel like this other person too wants to have. But for some of you guys, if it's, well, I do think it's that regardless. But for some of you guys, this is talking about like maybe you or this person has to co-parent. And that could be kind of getting in the way. Yeah, here we go. For some of you guys have known this person for a long time, even possibly since you were kids. But regardless, there seems to be some kind of past stuff kind of lingering here. And whether that's this person, you've known them from the past, or there's some kind of past person in the mix, it doesn't seem like that is that big of an issue, though. Like, it could be an issue, but it doesn't seem... Yeah, it just needs some time. Needs some time and communication. That's all that's needed. If you guys are having to deal with a past person, and this doesn't mean that you guys are having, like you are the past person maybe, then yeah, this whole situation, all it needs is some time and communication. That's it. Okay, let's get what this dog is about. There is going to be some conflict over something though. Another person, possibly. And then here we go back to choosing. Some of you guys might be choosing between two people, and that's what you're going back and forth in between these extremes about. But there's somebody here that you're really connected to. You're just stuck and scared about it. Because you're like, I can't deal with heartbreak. And it's almost like you're going in between the easy, simple choice, and then, which is kind of just like, and then you're going in between that and a choice that might be a little bit more risky, but it would make you more happy, is essentially what I'm getting here. Yeah, you're just waiting to see what happens, basically. And it's like you can't wait forever, and you're going in, especially with this Eight of Wands. It's like you can't wait forever. You're not going to be able to wait forever, because you're getting a little bit. Yep, you're getting a little bit antsy of wanting to start this, because something has to come to an end. You're going to have to make a decision to get to that Ten of Cups. I mean, that perfect picture, basically. How you've planned your future out. Like when you close your eyes and you think like 10 years into the future, you have to do all these things to get to that point. And then here we go now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, now here you have all the queens, which makes sense because we've got this Empress here. Because it's like you're going back and forth and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, because they're telling you if you would just listen to your intuition, this would be a lot easier than you're making it out. You're making it out a whole lot harder than it is. And that's not to downplay your feelings or anything like that. It's just, that's what's coming through. And since you guys basically, I think this could be family, friends, whoever, like I said. But I think for the majority of you guys, it's love reading. So I'm going to... Oh, crap. I'm going to go ahead and get some love oracles and use those. Okay, we have new love. Very soon. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you're making yourself stuck, but it's almost hurting you in a way because you're like, I really, really want to move forward. Passion. Oh, now we've got 1,000 things. It is safe for you to love. And with all of that energy of thinking that you're going to get your heart broken, I think that's an amazing thing to see there. Honeymoon and true love. I mean, it doesn't really get very much clearer than that. But let's go ahead and read what these have to say. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have a new person, but you also have a past person wanting to come back in. And that's kind of where that juggling is going. It's like the past person feels like the safe option, while the new person feels like more unknown and unclear of how it will play out. And it's like, do I choose the safe option or do I risk it for something new and the possibilities? I mean, who knows what could happen? And it says, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And they're saying to use your intuition to help you to decide that. And we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I mean, we had the Ace of Wands and something else too that I can't remember. But we had cards that said that there's passion here. And then it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And I already kind of went into that. And then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss and holiday time together. You and this person might just need to talk and get some time to get to know each other. And maybe if you do that, it'll make it easier for you. And then we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And we're going to get some of these cards too. Now we have mask. Not showing true feelings, hiding. And you're basically, and this might be kind of on that other person a little bit too. Because it kind of, I don't think that they've fully opened up either. But there's a reason that this mask card has now come out twice. Because nobody's opening up. And it's almost like you're using that to guard yourself. Love. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. Well, I mean, that's basically the overall theme here. Lightning. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise. And I think that that's what's going to happen too, because you guys are going to get to the point where you're just like, I can't, especially with this very soon and the Eight of Wands coming up, it's like, I can't take this anymore. It's like you can only stay stuck for so long. Then we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. And we have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. And a lot of you guys could have went through some heartbreak, and that's the reason why you're feeling like this. There still might be some stuff that you do need to heal from. And now we're going to get into your dice and your charms. First, we're going to be looking at what signs you could be dealing with. We have Leo, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. And now we're going to get some numbers. Remember, these could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places even. Four and 4. And then on this dice down here it says 4. So you might want to look up 444. Because I just looked down at that and that one was on 4 too. But I'm going to roll it again. 3. 15. And 9. Okay, so you might be seeing those numbers. Look up 444 since it did come up. Now let's get into your charms. Grab a couple more because you guys didn't get very much. Okay. That still isn't very many. There we go. That should be enough. Yeah, things are moving way slower than you would like. Someone here is really wanting to take some action. Because it's going in between, like, is this going to happen or not? Basically. Well, we have the ring here, and this is the split ring. So usually it means like a relationship came to an end. So maybe one of you guys gotten out of a relationship. And then here we have the little ducky, which means basically what the child card means, which they could have a kid, you could have a kid, or you're just playful. It's just like a playful energy. And we have ingenious. Oh, we have Taurus here too. And we have compassionate and emotionally repressed. Yeah. I don't think people's really speaking up too much. I mean, there might have been some things said in like passing. Because I kind of get that vibe, like there might have been some little words or little things said here and there in passing, but it wasn't anything real that you could do anything with. And then we have the ice cream cone, which I don't know with that duck too. It makes me think of kids again, but it's just speaking to this person probably thinks that you're really sweet and really fun. Okay, Pile 1, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it helped you in some way and gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you for letting me read your cards and being here today, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, Pile 2. If you picked the Moon card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Pyrite, this reading is for you. I'm doing things a little bit different, but we're going to go ahead and start like we always do with these cards to kind of give the overall energy of the reading. And we have the World. You have some massive changes coming. Let's go ahead and see what those might be. I'm going to get one more card. Oops. Just messed everything up. It feels like to me, you guys are closing out things that just, they don't serve you anymore. They don't make sense in your life anymore. And you're trying to start new things. You might kind of feel like you're a little bit stuck in what you should do. Like, I get the feeling like some of you guys are feeling like, is this my intuition or am I being impulsive? Yeah. Back and forth. But you're going to have to make a decision about this. About what to do moving forward, what to let go of. Seems like these readings in this video is going to be heavy on decision making. You are going slow about it, which I don't think is a bad thing. At this point, or you have been going slow about it. But with this Judgment card, it is going to kind of ramp up a little bit. Okay, let's clarify this anchor. You're getting kind of defensive about your stability, and that's what I'm feeling too, like not wanting to make impulsive decisions. But also not wanting those decisions, like not making those impulsive decisions. Also not wanting to make that keep you stuck. Right, exactly. You don't want to be stuck, but you don't want to be foolish about it either. You're kind of opening yourself up a little bit, though. And I think that's how you're figuring this out, is you're becoming more emotionally in tune. But let's see what's going on with this box. It seems to me like you might be making plans and not exactly telling everybody about it, which, I mean, usually is a good idea. It's like you're making decisions that benefit yourself and you're not telling a whole bunch of people. Yeah, you're kind of seeing what will happen in each case. You're keeping an eye on the situations, but you're not talking about it. And other people might actually be kind of suspicious. I'm getting that. Like, some other people might actually be kind of suspicious about what you're doing. But you're just like, hey, I'm focused on myself here. You're kind of in that energy of, I have to do what's best for myself. There could be some kind of stable long-term offer offered to you, or you're offering it to someone else. Now, whether that be job or like relationships, it feels like it could go either way here. But for a lot of you guys, I think you're kind of moving towards something new in your career. I don't know, let's see. Yeah. For a lot of you guys, this is career. This is about career. You guys have put in the work and you don't want to be stuck at a job that you don't feel right in. Okay, let's get some more on this death card. We have the Empress. You're outgrowing things. And it's getting to be a burden. And you're getting tired of waiting. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, am I going to get this promotion? Are they going to notice me? This, that, you know, waiting to get that recognition. And it's just not happening. There's the card you want to see. This here tells me that whatever it is that you want to do, you are going to get noticed. There is some kind of fulfillment coming. And whether that is in the current job that you have or moving on to another job, that's up to you. But I kind of think you guys know what you should do and where you will be seen and heard and acknowledged. See this magnifying glass. You have the World card again. And up here, I just need to say, I think that this has to do with some of you guys are at a job and you're looking for another job and you're not telling anybody yet. Justice, it's going to work out. What you're going to do is going to work out for you. It's going to work out in your favor. Because especially with this World card, it's kind of like once you close one thing, another thing will open. And it's kind of being divinely guided here. Because, I mean, here we have the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World card. We have all of those here. You are pulling on some strength, though, to make up this, to make this decision and make up your mind. You are kind of scared about it, though, but ultimately, if you need to walk away, that's exactly what you're going to do. There could be some sudden changes, too. Whether this, I feel like for the majority of you guys, this is talking about career. There's still a little bit that feels like it's talking about a relationship. It's like you're trying to find the strength to make this decision, and you're so worried about it, it's keeping you up at night. You want to walk away, but it will cause a major change and affect a whole bunch of stuff. But it's almost inevitable. And the amount of like major arcana cards we have out here is basically telling me that this whole thing is inevitable. You can either speed up the process or slow it down. Okay, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys. We have the Lamp, Remembrance. We have Dawn, the light after the darkness. This is telling you that to remember that things will get better. All the decisions that you've made in the past, it hasn't stayed bad the entire time. And it's telling you to remember that because there is light after the darkness. The Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. You can make things a reality. If you want something, you can take the steps to make that happen. This wants to fly everywhere. Death, the eternal cycle begins here. And that's the overall theme of this whole reading, is cycles and death. I mean, the death cards come up. Deep down, you know what you should do. You know through your intuition what is going to make you happy about this. You've already figured it out because you took that minute of pause. And this could have been going on since the winter time too. I'm getting that for some people. It's like you know what you should do. You're just delaying the inevitable. You've already figured this out. But you're still having that internal conflict about it. Confidence is your key to success. And I'm just getting major strength card vibes off of that. And the strength card came up too. Look at the bigger picture. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. And I feel like with a lot of you guys, it's all been practical. Like you haven't taken into consideration your own intuition or your own feelings. It's all been practical. Like you're looking at it through only practical. And it's saying you need to balance that stuff out. Okay, a new romantic cycle begins. For you guys that are dealing with, I knew there was felt like a little speck of love stuff in here. I knew that you guys, some of you guys might be dealing with that. So, I mean, romantic cycle all through all of this. And we're going to put this up here because those of you that aren't dealing with a job and are dealing with a relationship, I'm going to get some cards specifically for that, okay? So we're going to put that up there. Be bold and make the first move. It's like you're going to have to take action. Step out of your comfort zone. This is just over and over. I'm going to stop because this is just over and over and over again. Talking about having to make that first move and step out of this comfort zone that you have in logic. And it only being logical based. And you not listening to how you feel about it. So those of you that are dealing with a romance thing going on here, we're going to get a couple of these cards to look at that. You deserve love. You are lovable. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. You and this person could be flirting with each other. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And you haven't been optimistic about any of this. And then engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And that just shows that you and this new person, you're both equally serious about it. So let's get a couple of these. Oh, crap. We have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Okay, there we go. Wedding rings. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And then we have love. I mean, okay. So those of you that are dealing with a romantic situation here, I mean, obviously. What I'm getting overall, no matter what you're dealing with, is you guys are holding yourselves back from a new cycle that's going to bring you happiness. It's kind of got really self-sabotage vibes to it. This is basically the universe being like, hey, you can have what you want. You just have to do it, you know? Now we're going to see what signs you could be dealing with. Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay, now we're going to get numbers. Remember, these could be synchronicities, dates, life paths, places even. 4 and 5. 6. And that one flipped over to a 5, so. 7. 3. So just keep an eye out for those numbers. They might be relevant. Okay, now we're going to get into your charms. Okay, well that flew out. All right. You and this person or this job or whatever, it could have given you a good sense of community. There could be a lot of community surrounding that whole thing. And it's like you do have the strength to go after what you want. You don't think you do, but you do. And this one that flew out said focus. And then we have Taurus, and on the back of that it says trustworthy. You're really keeping a low profile. Like, you're not showing people your hand of what you're doing and what's going on at all. And this is just talking about a stronger commitment, whether that be with a person or a job or whatever it may be. Like, actually making that commitment. And I mean, we couldn't have gotten a better charm than this one right here in this reading. Because this is about making things reality, doing what seems to be impossible, and making it possible. Because I mean, she's riding on this broom, and she's up there, and it's like she's grabbed the moon. So if that doesn't just sum everything up. And then, too, you have the moon card here. So that's just extra clarification. So pile 2, this was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me read your cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, Group 3. If you picked the Tiger's Eye, the Wind card, and the Hangman in reverse, this reading is for you. So we're doing things a little bit different, but like always, we're going to get the overall energy with these cards first. Okay, we have the Emperor. Something could have sparked you to really step into your power. Because at the bottom here, I'm just seeing this Tower card. There could have been some things that happened that just caused you to, like, instantly clicked. Especially with this activation. Like, something just happened and you almost had to come down off of that being stuck and comfortable and do something. But let's get more about it. I'm going to put this up here real quick. Oh no. All right. It's like ready or, I feel like ready or not, here it comes. Here, let me straighten up everything a little bit. Everything's all crooked. Alright. Whoa. Let's get one more card. Okay. Okay, yeah. Whatever this is that happened, you really had to have strength. It wasn't easy, and I don't think it still is. Even if you're talking about this in past tense, it still is hard. You kind of had to go inside yourself and take a minute to just breathe and see what it is that you need to do. You didn't want things to move as fast as what they did. Like, you were trying to do things at a steady pace, but it's like, just exactly what I said before. It's like, ready or not, here it is. Because this was totally unexpected. Okay, let's see what's going on with these fish. It's almost like you had to walk away from something that you knew wasn't for you anymore, but it was also, you were also comfortable there, which is usually how it goes. Yeah, because here we have the Emperor again. It's like, to get to this state of growth as a person, you had to become uncomfortable. Because otherwise you would have been stuck and comfortable. And you would have never grown as a person. And in the end, it would have been harder, more heartbreaking than the actual upheaval was. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been harder in the long run to make things easier. Okay, let's see what these storks are doing. Bringing new passionate things. I mean, happiness, a happy life, like a happy home. Like, your home life will improve. But there's still this defensive energy. It's like, you know how good things could be, but, or how good things are. I mean, even if we're talking about all of this in the past tense, there's still a level of defensiveness here. And the more you open up to that passionate energy, the better it's going to be for you. It's like, you can have a victory here if you embrace that part of you. Okay, let's see what's going on with the mask. There's something here that you don't think is reciprocated. It's not equal. And you want it to be. And I'm kind of getting that that's kind of all just, I don't want to say in your head, but it's kind of like a pessimistic outlook, because I don't think that in reality it is like that. It's just like, you get all in your head thinking about things, and you just need to take a breath for a minute. Yeah, because you're sitting there and you're like, well, if I do this, what about this? If I do that, what about that? And it's, you're trying to make excuses about, well, I have to act this way because if I don't, then nothing's going to work out. Like, this whole situation isn't equal. And it's like, that's not true. You're kind of just staying in like this energy of feeling stuck in a pessimistic kind of way. And some of you guys, you've already gotten out of this. Some of this is past. But I'm almost hearing with this card is talking about like cutting through the bullshit of what your own mind tells you to kind of keep you back. You know what I mean? Especially with this Emperor energy. I mean, you have what you need to do this and not really worry about it. And I don't understand the worry. Because whatever this has been hard. It's been some hard work though. And you didn't know, or you don't know, either way, if what you're doing is going to pay off. And you're getting kind of guarded, like you want to guard it, like this is what I have. This is, and just like holding on to the last thing. Okay, let's see what the well's about, because there is a wish fulfillment here. But let's see what's going to happen here. Yeah, you just need to move forward. I think the overarching... Yeah, here we go. I think the overarching theme in all of this is like not being stuck and moving forward with stuff. Because for some reason you don't think you're as strong as what you are. And here it's talking about there is something good here you can have if you want it. But it's almost like, yeah, I'm getting tired of this though. I'm getting tired of all the fighting. I'm getting tired of all of this stuff. But you do see potential in the possibilities. Okay, let's see what's going on with the anchor. You're working right now on being emotionally satisfied. And that's bringing in some really fun things. And here we go again with the Tower. I'm telling you what, when you start working on being emotionally fulfilled and emotionally satisfied within yourself, it does cause things to happen. And I'm not even going to beat around the bush and say, like, downplay that at all, because it is true. Once you start focusing on yourself, a bunch of things start happening. Like being happy. Bad things, like a bunch of people. Because you know, when you start focusing on yourself, that makes people mad. Like, they don't like that. Because then you don't have enough time for them. As much time as you used to have for them, once you start focusing on yourself, you don't have that as much time for them. And then they get mad about it. But it's like you have to focus on your own happiness. Because those people aren't going to make you happy. No, they're just going to give you a bunch of stuff you don't want. Yeah. And they could even guilt trip you into thinking that, you know, you broke their heart and all this stuff. That's what I tell you. Things really start happening fast. And when you do start getting into that energy, people start trying to guilt trip you. Like, well, you changed. You don't have as much time for me and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, when did you ever have time for me? Exactly. It's just stepping into what you need to do. You're on your way to a power. You're making power moves, whether you want to realize it or not. Because I know, and like in a lot of this, it was kind of back and forth in your head about not wanting to make things harder. Whether you know it or not, whatever you have done has made an activation in the whole like way that things work to put you into these positions. Because we have the Hierophant and the Emperor here. And we have the Emperor twice. I don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere. But we have the Hierophant and the Emperor. It's like you're being put into a position of your own power to where you don't have to deal with all this stuff. And especially with this card, what it's saying, you know, it's not going to be easy. It never is. Anything worth doing is never easy, really. But it's going to be better in the long run. And that's kind of where it gets you, you know. It's like we always stay in that if it's comfortable stuff. Alright, I'm going to use some oracle cards. And I don't know what in the world, I'm just going to say, I don't know what in the world this is about. I was getting, for some of you guys, it's family. Some of you guys, it's friends. It's just relationships altogether. Like any kind of interactions you're having with other people, kind of within yourself. So, I mean, take that how it is for you. Because I wasn't getting a pinpoint topic on it. It was just kind of more inward stuff. Love. The answer that you're seeking is love. And love yourself. And it could be love for some of you guys. That could have been what I was talking about. Talk about your feelings. Tell a friend how you feel. Could be friends. I feel like I'm getting now answers to what I just said. Because now we have grandparent. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. So for some of you guys, it could be love, friends, grandparent. You'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. And that's more of that Four of Swords energy that came up. Practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice until you get it right. Light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. And this is kind of where I was getting like to be more optimistic about things. And I'm not somebody that pushes optimism really hard because I believe in the balance of, you know, seeing things rationally. But sometimes I do just see things so pessimistic that it clouds our judgment. Gift. You could be receiving something from somebody, but I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you're about to give a gift to yourself. And this is not talking about bad health, like you're going to get sick or anything. This is talking about that staying in that negative place. Of thinking like nothing's going to happen and all this. And then here we have courtship, which goes back to this love card. Some of you guys could be starting a new relationship. Expectation. Community. Those both came out. And main female. You could be leaning on your community for support. You can be expecting something too. Maybe from this main female or your community. But I'm kind of getting like you sit back and you wait for things to happen. And they either come in and happen too fast and you get overwhelmed. Or you're sitting back and you're waiting and nothing's happening. And then you get discouraged and upset because nothing is happening. And it's like back and forth, like either a bunch of stuff happens or nothing happens. It's like, can we just find some middle ground here? Can I just have like an even happening? Okay, well, now let's get into your dice and charms. We're going to see first what signs you could be dealing with. Capricorn, Leo, Pisces, Taurus, and Cancer. Now we're going to get into numbers. Remember, these can be synchronicities, life paths, dates, places even. See, 4 and 6, 4. And now that just turned to 6. 11. 11. So look up 1111. think that has to do with soulmate stuff, but I do not know. But yeah, look that up. Do not take my word for it when it comes to that stuff, because I do not know. I'm trying, but I'm not there yet. Okay, we're going to get your charms now. Alright, well, I got one of these little pebbles from my garden, and that usually tells me to draw more charms, so I'm going to, so. Alright. Okay, we have Libra and Scorpio. And this is talking about coming together with someone in unison to make things happen. So you might need to work with someone right now. And luck really is on your side. Even though you might not feel like things are lucky right now, luck is on your side. And it is a lot of hard work. You have been putting in a lot of hard work, and you might have to put in a lot more. And you're just looking at things from a non-confrontational view, because I don't think that you want a bunch of confrontation. And you're being very disciplined about it too. And you might feel like things need to be fixed. Yeah, because there's some stuff that's not being able to be seen as clearly as you would like. Like, you don't feel like you're getting the full picture of what exactly needs to be done. Or what that entails, basically. All you know is things have happened and you don't know what's going on. That's kind of the vibe I just got. Like, things are happening, but I don't know what's going on. Like... Alright, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you for being here today, and I hope this gave you some clarity and helped you in some kind of way. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you for letting me read your cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye!